Who's this guy standing in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen with the Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen apron on and Weisenberger mix? Who are you?
How you doing? I'm Philip Weisenberger.
What's going on,
nice
Philip?
Nice to see you,
Good to see you. You know what? Occasionally we stop by and peck on your door and we grab some product.
Yes.
And I've been watching you guys for years.
Uh-huh.
I'm fascinated, as you can see, with antiquity. Your place is so cool to see the inner workings of that place and the antiquity when stuff was made to last.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty amazing sometimes when you think about it. The building's 100 years old. We've been in business since 1865.
Wow. I was born in 1863.
You're looking pretty good.
Thank you very much.
You're doing good. The current mill was built in 1913, and we still use a lot of the same equipment and do things the same way.
When did the first Weisenberger come into these parts?
My great-great-great-grandfather, Augustus Weisenberger, he immigrated here from Germany, and he ended up in Midway and purchased a mill there in 1865.
Right in that spot?
In that same spot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he bought a mill right there. Eventually that building kind of deteriorated and it developed a crack in the side, and they tore that building down in around 1910 or 12 and ground up the rocks and made the concrete for the current mill that we have now.
We had the opportunity to come in and look around, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's a piece of history. It must be cool to be able to, first of all, a lot of people can't trace their roots back that far. It must be cool to be able to go back and say, hey, my did you say great-great-great?
My great-great-great-grandfather, yeah, I'm the 6th generation, so. Yeah, you know, it is pretty interesting. You know, as a younger kid growing up out there, probably didn't think it was that neat, but as you grow older, you start to appreciate those things. I started working there when I was about 12, so. Pushing a broom and doing those kind of
There weren't any child labor laws violated?
No, there was nothing.
You don't want to complain to your dad.
You got to complain to the boss, and you had to go home with the boss. You know?
I'll tell you what, you have a fascinating family story. We are so glad that you're with us. Everybody knows who you are. People love your product. If it's not Kentucky proud, I don't know what is.
Well, we appreciate
generation after generation after generation. That being said, I'm starving. So what can you do for me today?
Well, today I'm going to make some cheesy drop biscuits.
Cheesy drop biscuits.
It's super simple. Mom showed me this recipe, and all you got to do is use a package of our mix, 1 cup of shredded cheese, and a 1/2 cup of buttermilk, and you mix it up. So
that's it. Now you mentioned something too. There's something else you can put in there if you want, which I like the sound of that too. It's sausage.
Sausage. Yeah, you could take a cup of sausage in addition to all this.
Now, do you pre-cook the sausage before you put it in to kind of crumble it up?
That's right. You're going to pre-cook that sausage, crumble it up, and then you'll add that in there. So I'm just going to take this cheese and dump that in there right there with that biscuit mix.
All right.
So we need to incorporate the cheese a little bit into this.
Gotcha.
So your cheese is divided out, I guess, a little bit amongst the mix. So I mean, it's pretty simple. If I can make this, I think anybody can make it. So we're going to take a 1/2 cup of buttermilk.
You like buttermilk, don't you?
Yeah, buttermilk does add a little extra kick to this kind of stuff. You know, you can use
See,
water.
I'm right there with you on the buttermilk.
You can use water in this stuff, but if you've got buttermilk or milk,
there's a tang there that's just absolutely wonderful. You know, over the years, I'm sure you've changed things and developed things, but I think the best thing you ever did was to make things available for folks to, it's right here in one package. When did you start the single packages for the different products?
You know, I think in the early 1970s, my grandfather, he started developing these mixes. Before that time, it was just, we made flour and cornmeal.
Right.
So he developed a line of these mixes, and it is simple. I mean, you try to make a good quality product that tastes almost as good as homemade scratch, but it takes a little extra step out of it. So.
Well, you've done the work for the most part, which is absolutely fabulous because it saves me the time and anybody else.
Sometimes you don't want to go through the steps, but they're not that difficult. So what I'm going to do here, I've got my pre-greased muffin tin.
And when you say drop biscuit, basically you're just going to take an ice cream scoop.
So we're not going to roll them out. We're just going to take an ice cream scoop, kind of level it off. Pretty easy to do this.
We need to, at this point, think about what we're preheating the oven at.
Yeah, so we're going to go to 450.
450? How long?
We're going to cook them about 10 to 12 minutes. And so these are going to get the top, because the cheese on there, the tops are going to get kind of dark. But you got to, let them cook. The cheese is going to blacken up a little bit on top. Probably not black, just a little dark brown. But don't get worried. So let's throw them in the oven.
All right, that sounds like a plan. And there we go. Now, I've heard a rumor that you know the Biscuit Queen, and I heard that she's going to come out and make scratch biscuits.
Yes, yeah. So Mom is the Biscuit Queen. She is. She's blue ribbon biscuit maker. So she's going to come out and show you how to make biscuits from
scratch,
from self-rising
the way they
flour.
should be.
Yep. Roll them out, cut them out. It's a pretty simple process. Just 3 ingredients, but man, they're good.
3 ingredients. I like that.
That's it.
I like some of it already.
You know.
So we're going to check those in 10 minutes. Let's get this cleaned up here a little bit right here, because we're going to have something to eat.
All right, let's make a space.
All right, I got to ask you.
All right.
What do you think about the new cabin?
Excellent.
The harvest.
Got a lot of
cabin.
charm. This thing's got
Isn't it
a lot
nice?
yeah.
Does it not make you want to? We're going to get a, we're still kind of, when we haven't shown the whole cabin off yet, we've still got to show you the little table and this area over here and the loft.
Oh, it's great.
And we're going to get a couch over that has a rollout.
Yeah.
And this is going to be our little getaway.
Camp out here.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It has been exactly 11 and a half minutes.
I think they're just about ready.
I'll open it and you grab them.
I'll get them.
What do you think?
I think they're good. Let's get them out of there. All right.
Oh, man. Now, that's just perfect.
Look
I
at
like
that.
to see my cheese a little brown like
See
that.
that? So we're just going to throw them here on the cooling rack.
All right.
You
Those
know,
are pretty.
And these go great with, just by themselves for soup, chili, or, anything like that.
They could be an appetizer.
Yeah. And then if you wanted to put some sausage in them, you've got your own little meal.
I'm thinking all kinds
Your
of stuff.
portable meal.
What if you put, let's just go crazy here.
Yeah.
What if you put like some Kentucky beer cheese and jalapenos in there?
Oh, man. I think that's a pretty good little idea, too.
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to have to experiment with that one.
All right, let's give it a few more minutes. And then I got to try one. I can't be looking at it.
If you want to find this stuff, our mixes locally, you can maybe Good Foods Co-op in Lexington has a
love those
great
guys.
selection of all of our products.
They have racks and racks and racks.
Yeah,
That's
they're
where
great
we get a lot of
place.
stuff. All right, I'm going to have to try one.
All right, jump in there and get you one. Got your approval?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Can I eat them all?
You can. Yeah.
So you can have one.
All right, I get one.
Because you get them all the time.
Yeah, so I'll have one.
You can have one, I'll eat the rest.
All right.
Nom, nom,
You're going to
nom.
eat. I like
Now, you mentioned Good Foods. I got an idea.
All right.
Let's go visit them right now. Let's go to Good Foods.